You know, the one thing good about making mistakes in these videos is that we all make mistakes, and this is one way to deal with them. Because I duplicated this background layer, if I hide this top layer, we have our record of where these things are positioned. So if I Command R to pull out the rulers, because I want to pull out some guides, and then hit the letter V to get the Move tool to make sure I'm not drawing any, whoops, that was weird. Click and drag out a guide. Just drop it right there on the end. And notice, look at the E in event. Look at where that line is. I don't think that's very good. I think we should line that up with that E. And on the far side, the S, doggone it, let's just hold down the space bar, move this over a little bit, and grab that guy. And you don't go right to the end of the S because it's curved. You come in just a touch, and that's going to allow, and this side's positioned pretty well. That's going to allow that to appear that they're lined up with the outside. The curves always extend a little beyond. Now, two more guides we need to pull out, two vertical guides at the end of both of these. And I didn't check how long these are. If I was really doing this, I would do it on one side and then drag a copy of what I created onto the other side so I wouldn't have to do this twice. And I may end up doing that. Now, as far as our horizontal guides go, we're not going to line it up with this. We're going to line it up with the text. Why not create, and you can see the E's, everything's a little different. So we're going to have to kind of pick a happy medium where we want this to be. And I'll just work off that H for now because we can always bump this later on. And we'll make our selection like that. And then we want to work on a brand new layer, a blank layer. And now with the Marquee tool, hit the letter M to get that. Now we can hide this layer, turn this layer on, so we can just see our guides and what we have to work with. And we're on our new layer 2, and I haven't named this, that's right. And you should probably zoom in on this, but why not make a selection that moves from one side to the other? This is white, this is white. We can fill that selection with white here by hitting Command Delete. And now, like I said in the last video, what if, or earlier in this video, instead of drawing this on this side, let's see if these two are exactly the same length. So we can Command D to deselect, and then grab this and start moving it, but hold down Option so that we create a copy, and I can hold down Shift at the same time, move that into position, and of course it did not work. So hit Command Z, and then jump that to a new layer, Command J, don't know why, and I have Auto Select Layer on. You probably have this off and Group here. So just turn Auto Select and Layer on, and that way you can move to this layer. See how we're on layer 2 copy? And oh, we jumped that. So never mind, Emily Latella. Yeah, see, mistake-ridden tutorial. So you can see this one is a little longer than this one. So now, if we hit Command semicolon to hide our guides, we now see, zoom out, Command minus, or use our handy-dandy shortcuts to look at this. Now, here's our before and our, if I hold down Option and click here, this is our before, and this is our after. So I'm holding down Option, I'm clicking on this background layer to cycle between those two views. Before, down low, after, more aligned with the text there. And I know, it's a very little thing that we spent a lot of time correcting, but how many new skills did you learn, and how many mistakes did I make? 7 or 8? Part of the design process, part of how you work. You're going to make mistakes, learn how to cope with them, deal with them, and learn from them. All right, and these probably need a pixel or two shaved off them to get to this width here. And if we would have zoomed in further, we could have dealt with that. We can still do it. But for right now, you learned a little something, and we have a little different version of Karen's wonderful, wonderful page that I'll link to in the first video in this series.